Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So let's see what messages Spirit has for us here. Before we get started though, I just want to say thank you guys to all the ways that you support and lift this channel up. Truly, each one of you make a difference and I feel so blessed for it too. So thank you guys. I love you back. So Spirit, what messages do you have for us here? Actually, first let's start with the Oracle. What messages do you have for us? Thank you. Those flew way out there. All right, let's see. So first things first, some of us may need to do a check-in with our body, release any type of tension that you're carrying, particularly if you've been having a lot of neck pain or shoulder pain, lower back pain as well. It may be some time to really check in with yourself, see what kind of apprehensions, worry, anxieties that you're really going through right now that's affecting you or manifesting in that physical aspect here. And to find ways to really treat that. Give yourself a spa day. Treat your body like the temple that it is, that you can rejuvenate and take care of yourself and release that tension. Also, too, what Spirit wants to remind you is you're too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. And so there could be an inclination that could also be where some of the stresses or tensions are coming from too, is trying to flow with everybody else or follow the crowd. What Spirit's really saying here is this is the time to not dim your light. You were not meant for the everyday path. This is the time where you're meant to do amazing work, but the gifts that you're meant to really share require you to, in a lot of ways, walk a single path, and forge your own path in a lot of ways as a trailblazer. And then 2 or 3, I should say maybe, you must forgive if you want to be free. Now is the time to do it for yourself. And that speaks a lot too to that extra tension that you may be carrying as well. This is the time to really look at those resentments, look at those trespasses that have occurred, and release that energy. More importantly, take your power back so that you can be free, so that you can release that tension, release that baggage, but more importantly, take your power back in doing that for yourself, claiming your freedom, your power for what's truly meant to be in the best light for you. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Because this reading, we are looking at the guidance that Spirit can give us to really let go of our earthly material worries. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my goodness. All right. There's quite a bit. So first things first here. Okay, and these came out all in reverse. So I just want to spread this first batch that flew out here to get a bigger scope. So first things first, we've got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This is where you may be working or feeling the burden, the burnout really, of working harder and not harder rather than smarter, I guess is how I would put it. There's also some ambition aspects that are really unfocused at this time. It's basically where it's like you've got your hands idle, but there's squandered talents. There's something that you're really having to focus on with work that's not leading towards your highest calling. That's not necessarily, it provides stability for sure, but it's also in an aspect that is really, like I say, it's kind of straying from the path for those material necessities, those material needs. And it's caused you to really shrink back from your calling. I think in a lot of ways that worry, that tension that you're carrying is prohibiting you from regenerating, but also too prohibiting you from moving on from the past and building new relationships, building new pieces that walk towards your purpose as opposed to. And this really focuses on not only your heart chakra, but also your foundation. This is really looking at that Cancer energy as well, that shadow piece of where you're saying, hey, you know what? My calling isn't this, but I need it for now. But it's causing some extra tension, that worry of lack, that worry of living without, that uncertainty is really causing some intense negativity. And this is really because it's, no one has a crystal ball, right? There's a lack of wisdom with what you're doing, and so you're playing the safe route. There may be some chaos that's leading to that, or leaving you to feel that way as well, or even destruction that's happening. But whatever's going on, it was a short-lived victory that led towards unfulfilled ambitions. It led towards making a wrong decision that also strayed you from your path in this way. And it also caused you to be unbalanced. And again, I mean, this is kind of fun, but it's also speaking in a lot of ways with the Two of Pentacles in reverse that you're being led astray, or you were led astray. And it's causing another manifestation in the body with that tension is the feeling of overwhelmedness, the feeling of burnout. And again, it speaks to that wrong action, wrong decision, wrong action, inflexibility, having to make a choice, and it's prioritizing. And again, it's like where you were unfocused, now it's like you are really trying to take that step back and refocus. More importantly, what I see in a lot of ways with this duality is a focus on your finances. There could be some aspects, again, leading to that check-in with your body aspect, where there's some financial instabilities at this time. What I see here in the second spread that fell out is much better. What I see in a lot of ways is it's like there's cooperation coming in, there's harmony. More importantly, what this led you to is looking at the aspects of compatibility, really looking at the dualities, how to walk through life through working together, through partnerships, the importance of making those decisions in partnerships, right? That don't necessarily go through conflict, but instead allow you to really stand up and defend. Also, too, what I see in a lot of ways, what Spirit's really telling us at this time is now is where your tenacity counts the most. This is the time to also look at being conservative. Also, there's a piece to this where Spirit is reminding you, not only with the root chakra, your sacral chakra, never mind, is that this is where allowing yourself to grieve for things when they end is going to be important during this time. But also, too, it's important to really pray and have faith in divine timing. There's things going on in the background. Spirit's lining things up for you, but it's about waiting for the right timing to move into that completion. And that patience, that following that heart chakra, leads to your material success. It leads towards that lasting wealth. It leads towards the prosperity as well as the foundational financial security. But that also speaks to a transition with a with a business partner. This is basically about growth, as well as about standing in your Virgoan energy. And this actually really speaks to your foundation as well with that root chakra. And so at this time, what I see in a lot of ways, what I'm getting the most in this is a lot of us could be feeling a lot of chaos around us. Fear, anxiety, tension, feeling the need to work harder rather than smarter because of the instability, because of the negative aspects of getting into that fear and uncertainty. And so at this time, your faith is being tested, basically. And what I see in a lot of ways is this is the time more so than anywhere you need to focus on forgiving to free yourself. It's basically where you're allowing yourself to be amazing, to not go by the path that everyone else is following, but instead look at what you have, look at what you're building, and now is the time to fight for your goals, to persevere, to stand your ground, but most importantly, have faith and trust in that divine timing. The universe is working, but it's not the right time yet to move. And so what I see in a lot of ways with that is that now is the time. Again, the death fallout in reverse, also the Knight of Swords in reverse, but basically this is where it's like now is the time where if you've had resistance to accept change, you're repeating bad choices, this is the warning. Step back, wait, don't be afraid of change by any means, but more importantly, don't let that fear allow you to repeat bad choices. And so this is kind of like a forewarning again, where you need to forgive and more importantly, forge your own path. Don't be afraid. Wait for the divine timing. Everything is coming together and aligning when it's needed most. But this is where you're failing to recognize that opportunity. And so this really is a word of caution where there's danger, there's self-doubt, missed opportunities. And this is where Spirit can't encourage you enough, that travel is coming ahead. Possibly some of you could be moving as well, but strength is going to be needed. And a lot of this is basically the desire to move away from something. There also could be some aspects of abandonment that are coming towards you or that somebody's projecting onto you. What I also see in some ways too is that because of this aspect, you're afraid to abandon something, afraid to let go, or two, there's people that are feeling abandoned by you, and so they've done you injustices, right? Because of this negative energy that's coming at you, or that feeling that you need to act in lack, make decisions out of that fear, anxiety, or fear again of loss, that's leading to lack of ideas. It's leading to that burnout. It's leading to that head fog or difficulty in focusing. This is basically where Spirit is forewarning you again. Caution. Bad decisions during this time will lead to unfavorable outcomes. Instead, now is the time to seek that balance and harmony in your relationships. Focus on your partnerships, as well as focus on that inner peace. Tear down the chaos and let your intuition guide you. This is the time where your discernment is really going to be needed the most. Also, too, walking and trusting in that faith of enlightenment, because everything comes when it's needed in divine timing and at the right time. You haven't missed a thing. But what's really kind of stagnating things, I think, in a lot of ways, is this aspect of needing to, this fear of lack where you have to work harder, you have to do more, or more importantly, that you're carrying this aspect of resentment, missed opportunities. And instead, now is the time to really focus on your expertise, focus on building that career, focus on building that mastery that really leads towards your foundation that you're looking for. This is where Spirit is handing you the cup. But what was in the past, that's done. Basically, is my best message and what I'm getting. Let that tower fall. That's done. This is where holding on to your past again is leading to that monotony, is leading to those aspects of grief or stagnation, missed opportunities. Instead, this is the time to keep faith, because back to back, we've got the Two of Wands here and then also the Page of Wands. This is where it's like new paths present themselves. There's a new opportunity that's coming. Now is the time to trust in divine timing. Spirit is getting everything ready for you. Now is the time to look forward to that world. Both of them are focused on that new beginning. And this is going to again require exploration, movement, creativity, but it's opening up those chakras, and it's opening up that movement that again leads the sun to shine on you once again. I'm just saying. And it's going to require some tenacity, perseverance, same message as before, but more importantly, again, it's that travel. It's the focusing your energies and really being cognizant of what you're allowing in your energy to really lead your discernment. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Share your thoughts at the situation at hand, because what I'm seeing here, like I said before, is you are too amazing to follow everyone else. Now is the time to forge your own path. Release that tension that you're carrying. Check in with your body. Move to find that inner peace, because as you take care of your temple, it manifests in the direction too, right? And this is where, again, Spirit is aligning everything for you. Wait for divine timing. You haven't missed a thing. Now, Spirit, what? Thank you. I always love it when I start to ask, but I don't get the opportunity to finish. Spirit, any other guidance? Thank you. Thank you. All right. I tell you, asking ye shall receive. So first one to fly out is really the raven with our spirit animals. This is where Spirit is reminding you, you hold the power. You are the creator. You are the magician. There's power in your wisdom and your words, but now is the time to really connect with those elemental spirits. Connect with the gifts that you have and use them for good. This is also the time to stand in your nobility, celebrate your accomplishments. You're crowned with success. You know, what really speaks to me in a lot of ways, it's like there's, in order to elevate your vibration, there's been things that Spirit has been guiding you to release, to get rid of. Habits, negative energies, things that really prevent you from manifesting your true dreams, cause those stagnations. This is where instead Spirit is saying, now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Now is the time to move forward with confidence rather than lack. Your talents will always help you when you land on the pinnacle, and your quick wit and keen senses, will lead you to success. So what I really feel in a lot of ways is like this is the sign to really, this is your confirmation to really trust in divine timing. You'll be moving to a place where your gifts will be needed most. If there were places before that things didn't work out, it's because basically your gifts, in order to, what I get in a lot of ways is that your gifts are really put on this earth. You're meant to share them to really help people. And you were encountered in situations, communities, even projects in a lot of ways that basically did not want your help. You'll be put in divine timing. You'll be put in the place where your gifts are needed the most. And that's where the keeper of secrets, as the lynx, you are meant to go with and trust your inner knowing as to seeing those signs. You'll see them basically, and more importantly, where you see other people's secrets, in silence and in solitude, you'll find your strength and move forward in taking that action when the time is right, when your gifts are needed most, in the communities community, in the projects that you're needed most in. But now is the time to free yourself from whatever was basically there, where like you were trying to help people that didn't want your help, or they weren't meant to change, didn't want to do the work, right? And instead it was a situation where instead they wanted you to do the work for them. This is the time to release those entanglements. More importantly, release that tension, release that responsibility or that feeling of accountability that you have to solve other people's problems. You'll be put in the right position, in the right place at the perfect time, where you are needed the most. Your gifts are needed the most, where people are looking for that and needing that and craving that and really ready, more importantly, to receive it. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart, share your thoughts in the comments below, because what I see in this is that truly you are a brave warrior that has some secrets, some gifts from many generations that are meant to come through when the time is right. You haven't missed a thing. You haven't lost anything at this point. And more importantly, you are too amazing to follow the natural norm. Forge your own path. This is the time to shine. And so I truly hope that this resonated, and more importantly, I truly hope that this message helped. If this resonated, by all means, your support means the world to this channel and makes the difference. And so please like, share, subscribe. I am sending all my love and light to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.